What is up, my dudes? Yo, Milestone, or technically, are you even Milestone anymore? Hell, I don't even know. You're like THQ Nordic, I don't even know what to call you now. Oh, man, maybe your saving grace, who knows? But basically, so start right off. You didn't listen to me when I told you to delay MXGP 2019. The shit all comes out. It's pretty much all what we thought when it comes to lackluster track editor. There's even a lot of things I didn't even think were going to be this bad in this game, like just the standard really small jump design, no inside ruts, not a lot of pre-made roughness, really lackluster terrain deformation system, really just like basic, super minimalistic content. All these things I was thinking would have at least been to a certain point. No, no. You expected too much, Spence. It's kind of hard to overhype for a Milestone game when you're me, you know what I'm saying? But god damn it, I feel like I did with this. Like, what the hell? I didn't even think that was possible. But anyways, let's talk about this first update for MXGP 2019. Basically, it's one of those things like they would have to almost change the entire game for it to really work like I'm thinking in my head, which they're obviously not going to do that, you know what I mean? So I don't even know. It's kind of one of those things, I don't even know how they're going to do a first update. But let me just kind of put myself, by the way, 90% of the tracks in this game, pretty much all of the standard default MXGP tracks don't have half of the amount of jumps that this custom track has on it right here, and they're not even half this size right here. They're so small, dude. I cannot believe that. I don't know, just really bizarre how this game's got like a higher gravity to it, like you don't really get up off the ground. Really bizarre how they came to that decision to do all that in this game. Like, really, Milestone, you thought we wanted smaller jumps and less fun factor on the jumps and less skill gap on the jumps? Is that really what you was thinking? I don't understand it. How do you go backwards on that at this point? Like, it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. But either way, let me try to put myself in the shoes of if I was like the head honcho of Milestone, right? What would I do in the first update of MXGP 2019? Well, first things first is, and I don't even know, like I say, I don't even know if this is even possible really, but I would amp up every single jump in the game, period, by at least 50%. I'm talking about the jump faces, the peakness, the jump landings, how far down they go in the peakness, which is going to get into like the entire track designs of the track. You know, they're all replicas, so it's not going to link up properly. It's going to make every section weird. That's what I'm getting at, where it's like they can't just be like, oh yeah, let's go amp up all the jumps by 50%, because then it's like you got to almost make the entire game over again and every track over again from scratch, because once you make those replica tracks and those certain, which I've made quite a few in my days for MX Sim and stuff, you can't just like go in there and adjust one thing, because then it doesn't fit right, you know what I mean? Then you've got too long of a section in one area, or you're jumping too far into one spot. You know, it's all got to fit together like a puzzle when you're making replica tracks. So I don't even think they're going to be able to do this, like this whole make the peaks on the jumps bigger, make the jumps bigger. Like, I don't even think they can do that, but that's one thing. And then another thing is with, I'm just going to go down in my head what are like some of the most critical things you need to fix, like pronto, ASAP, Rocky, dog. You know what I mean? Like first update type shit that I'd be fixing. The next thing would be the track editor. Like, why can I not put whoops from the Supercross games track editor in the Motocross track editor? Like, why can I not put whoops on my custom motocross track to make a hybrid track, or to try to simulate roughness, because you don't give us any actual roughness pre-made pieces to put on our custom tracks. You don't give us any inside rut custom track pieces or anything like that. You remember how they had the couple little sand section pieces in Supercross 2's track editor? There's none of that in this game. There's no different kind of dirt compounds in the track editor. Whatever track that is, whatever compound it's going to have, you can't put inside ruts, you can't put roughness, you can't put like, let me put a rut up this jump face. Oh, by the way, zero elevation. That's something I cannot believe They're going to put a outdoor track editor in a motocross game, and you can't even put elevation on it. That's literally like saying that, like having a supercross track editor in a supercross game, but you're forced to build it on like crazy up and down mountain elevation. That's literally the same. Imagine if in that supercross track editor somehow it was just like crazy elevation. That's all you could build the supercross tracks on. You couldn't build them like in a stadium on a flat surface. That's literally the same difference as going in here and having a motocross track editor that you can't put any elevation on. I'm just really shocked. Well, I guess I'm not, because Milestone's known for being very minimalistic with everything that they do, but other than graphics and official shit. But, you know, it's just like, damn, man, like you've got to do more with this track editor. People are going to get tired of it. People are going to get burnt out on it. Another thing, you have got to give us more options with this first-person camera. What the hell is this? I'm not 4'7". What is this? I'm not, you know, Danger Boy Deegan trying to ride a 450. What the fuck is this? Why am I seeing all bar pad? Like, do you not realize and this is some dude commented on one of my videos. He's like, yo, this is like proving that Milestone dudes have never even really rode motocross. And it's so, I mean, I agree with that, but it's like, even what's so crazy about that is even just in like the Supercross 2's first person camera was way better than this. At least you could see the fender. Like, how do you go back? That's what I understand about a lot of things with MXGP 2019. They literally go like the complete 180 degree backwards on things that they already had at a certain point. And then it makes no sense. Like, how do you go from the first person camera of Supercross 2 to the first person camera of MXGP 2000? It literally makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, you've got to either give us the option to customize our first-person camera or raise this motherfucker. One of the two. This is unbearable. This is reminding me of the days of, like, the first-person cameras of Unleashed and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Where all you could see was, like, bar pad, and it was, like, so generic, so basic. You couldn't even really see the front fender. That's what this shit reminds me of right here. It's like, what is going on with this? Like, damn, man. If you look past the graphics of these Milestone games and all the official titles and shit, I swear to God, you would think you're playing a game from 15 years ago. I'm being dead ass when I say that. Like, if it didn't have the graphics, all the, you know, official whatever, you'd literally think you was playing a game from 10 years ago. No hardcore roughness, no hardcore inside ruts, cheesy ass first person camera, very little content. Very small jumps, like, I don't know. But this first-person camera thing is critical. Got to fix this with the first update, Milestone. Got to. Like, raise that camera up, dog. When you're riding in real life, you're standing up 90% of the time on a dirt bike in real life, unless you're, like, you know, doing, like, hardcore flat tracking or you know, something like standard motocross and enduro. You're standing up a lot of the time, and you're honestly going to sit here and tell me when you're standing up all you're going to see is bar pad? I don't give a fuck how short you are. I don't give a fuck if you're Bilbo Baggins. There's no fucking way you would only see the bar pad like that standing up on a dirt bike. It's literally physically impossible. Some of you dudes that are defending that have never even rode a dirt bike, apparently, really. Like, there's no way. And to some of you guys that are questioning, well, have you even rode in real life, Spencer? Yeah, motherfucker. Go type in Spencer Turley helmet cam. I got a helmet cam on there, me riding like 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm not saying I'm like Eli Tomac, but I can get around a goddamn motocross track, man. Like, I know how to ride in real life. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm like wicked fast, wicked. But I'm definitely like, you know, I was solid B class, right? Maybe not like Loretta Lynn's B class. That's fucking A class. But, you know, I was like local vibe B rider. You know what I mean? I could throw some whips out there. I could get it going pretty quick, right? Get it going quick in corners. I've rode on arena cross tracks in real life, hit real life, big-ass whoop sections, big-ass arena cross doubles, you know, hardcore doubles come up short, you're going to die type shit. I've rode on all that in real life. So I have a decent understanding. I'm not saying I know it like like Adam Cincerillo understands motocross or Eli Tomac understands motocross, but I yes, sir, I have rode in real life a lot. I've been riding in real life for like 10 years now, dog. So before you start trying to question me in that kind of sense, you need to understand. You need to go watch my helmet cam or something, dude, because you're not realizing I do know how it is in real life. But like having a first-person camera like this makes you feel like Milestone doesn't even know what the hell's going on, like in a real-life sense, because it would never look like that in real life. It doesn't even make any sense. So that's another thing I would change right off the bat. And another thing I would do is give us another 2 compounds for free in an update. Don't make them DLC. Give us another 2 compounds with actual big jumps on them like you would expect on a free ride track of a motocross game, with more supercross tracks in them, more like the supercross tracks of MXGP Pro where it's got real supercross jumps and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Put that in 2 compounds. Way more custom track pieces. I'm talking way more. Why would you not at least have every single custom track piece in the Supercross track editor and the Motocross track editor? When they're so similar track editors to begin with, you would just expect that it would at least have all of those pieces and then some Motocross pieces on top of that, but it's really not the case. It's like they stripped out a bunch of the hardcore like Supercross type pieces like whoops and really hardcore bowl corner, cool and hardcore bowl corners, the like really steep triple jump faces and shit. They took all that out, fun detected, right? And they just put all these little simple ass rolled off tabletops, mellowed off little baby 30-foot doubles, like rolled off corners. You know what I mean? Like, good God, Milestone, at least put the Supercross shit back in the track editor so we can make custom Supercross track, outdoor Supercross tracks and more hybrid-y style tracks. And you could do so much more with the track editor if they had all those pieces in here, but they don't. It makes no sense. Like, why? Why would you not have that? Or at least add more actual motocross pieces, like more hardcore inside ruts or elevation or more roughness pieces or something. You got to do something with this track editor because this just ain't cutting it, dog. It's too simplistic. It's too minimalistic. You can't do this. So either way, that's a couple of the big heavy hitters. Make all the jumps bigger. Make the track editor better. Make the first-person camera better. Do something with that goddamn main menu and UI, too. God dang, dude. That is so... Get dirt, dude. What's up, my dudes? Like, they've got to do something with all that. This game needs more content, just in a general sense. It just needs a better track editor. It needs a better compound. It needs, like the whole vibe of... It just feels so cheesy. The UI, it's like a weird wannabe Supercross UI, but it's not really. You know what I mean? It's like a weird wannabe MXGP Pro main menu and shit, but it looks like they just like ripped off MXGP Pro, and it's like a half-assed, half-cocked version of like main menu and UI of MXGP Pro. It's so much worse, dude. Like, what the hell? So either way, that's some of the first things I would change right off the lickety-split. Try to put some harder inside ruts on your standard tracks of the game. Amp up like how sturdy your deformation is by like maybe 20% or something like that. Make it at least a little bit more sturdy. You may have to tone down how many ruts it makes, but you got to make them more sturdy and make them actually dig down in the ground more over time versus just make 1,000 ruts that are only on the top surface and that's all they ever do. You got to actually put more TLC into that system, put more of an improvement into that system, then you'll be a lot better off when it comes to that. You got to have more roughness on the tracks. You got to have more hardcore rollers and shit like that to actually give it a skill gap more than just feeling like you're on the gas and then on the brake in the corner, on the gas and then on the brake in the corner. That's like the whole skill gap to these Milestone games. It's not jump skill gap. It's not roughness skill gap. It's not like diving in an inside rut skill gap. It's literally just get on the gas, get on the brake, get on the gas, get on the brake, get on the gas, get on the brake. That's all these games are, dude. I swear. It's like, bro, you got to have something more than that to the game or it's not going to last at all. So either way, definitely let me know down below in the comments what you guys think they should put with a new update to this game. I'm really interested to see what they do in the first update. There's no telling, ain't no telling, but hopefully they can fix some of these bigger issues. But I just don't think they're going to do a lot of what I'm saying. They may do the first person thing and may add a couple more custom track pieces, but you know they're going to go down that minimalistic vibe with everything like they always do. They're not going to like really give us the improvements we want or wanted before this game ever even came out. It's not really going to be like that. You know, I've got some high hopes right now, and they ain't never going to reach that, what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, they're probably not going to change the default tracks of the game at all. I mean, I just kind of highly doubt that they would do that. So, but either way, dudes, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, bros.